But I will do one more if y'all work with me on it. It's the last song on John's record, and it's the song that we first wrote together. And when we first met, we found out that we were born a day apart, that both of our fathers had passed away, raised by our sisters, all these similarities. And we were discussing the similarities and differences in our lives growing up in New Orleans in the 60s, him being black and I'm not black. Well, you laugh, but you know in New Orleans, if you're 5 generations, it just means your folks have been drinking and having sex, nobody's asking ID. So, as Denny Barker likes to say, we've been integrating down here for a lot of years. But he pointed to one cemetery and he said that black or white. You know, he said, my daddy's buried there, and I said, my daddy was buried in the same cemetery. There's one more thing we had in common. He said that black or white, we'd all meet there at the foot of Canal Street. So we went back home and we wrote this song, and he did it on a couple of albums, but he didn't do it like, I heard it in my head when we wrote it. I told him I wanted it to be like a funeral song, something that would be played at a jazz funeral, that would start off slow and kick into gear. And I even asked him at the time, I said, what's it like to sing at a jazz funeral? It looks so spiritual, it looks so beautiful and holy. And he said, well, baby, you know, it's beautiful, all right, but mostly the bitches, they wonder what the other bitch is going to be wearing. And most of the men be carrying a flask in their hip pocket waiting for the band to kick it so they can kick it too. You know? I said, well, that's fine, let's put that in the song. And we did. So this time I was like, when we record it, we got to do it like a jazz funeral song. And he wasn't getting it, you know. And so we cut the track in the studio, and then I got him to call up Trombone Shorty and James Andrews, and I said, get them to come out and play. You know, they owe you, they love you, they'll come do it. And sure enough, he ran into Troy on Frenchman Street and said, yeah, sure. So they came out, and the producer, who's from Minneapolis, Dave Perner, a very talented fellow, he turns to me and he says, what are you bringing horn players in here? You don't have parts, what are they going to do? I just looked out at my smile and said, these fellas have been playing this stuff since they were 6, man. You roll tape and they'll know what to do. So when they rolled tape, of course, James and Troy started playing like they've been playing at jazz funerals since they were 5. And John looked at me first with just tears in his eyes, and he said, like, after 9 years, he looked at me and went, I get it now. He took me back to the true man. And then the producer just looked at me and he just raised his hand and pulled his hat down and went, okay, I get it. So that song on there, Foot of Canal Street, that's the version, and thank you guys, if for nothing else, for getting it right with that.
Are we going to cry again now? Or?
Nope. When I say I'll see you there, you're going to answer at the foot of Canal Street.
Okay.
So don't waste your time being angry. When a moment's much better with a smile. And if you feel your time's been wasted, well, wasted here for a while. Standing at the bus stop, just across from Krause, and I'm waiting for the driver that's gonna take me to my heavenly house. And I'll see you there at the foot of Canal Street. What will you wear at the foot of Canal Street? What will the band be playing at the foot of Canal Street? What will the people be saying at the foot of Canal Street? Did your father lie there? Does your mother pray? Yeah. I want to put on my golden crown at the foot of Canal Street. And when those levee banks have overflowed and the streetcar has seen its day, when all is gone, the plantations, hallelujah, the Treme and the Bucare, you know I'll be swinging to that music. I'll be on higher ground, where Pops is blowing Walk On, up with Gabriel, mega sacred sound. And I'll see you there at the foot of Canal Street. What will you wear at the foot of Canal Street? What will the band be playing at the foot of Canal Street? What will the people be saying? Did your father lie there? Does your mother pray? I put on my golden crown at the foot of Canal Street. I'm going to tell you all a little secret about why New Orleans is such a fun place. It's because we learned early that you got to participate. That was nice singing. If y'all are from Los Angeles, no offense, baby. But this ain't television. This is New Orleans. You came here for Jazz Fest. I didn't expect I'd have to give you all this lecture. I'm assuming that you're Threadheads and it's in your spirit. If you can't do it right now, you must have done it in another lifetime. So, summing up that other lifetime and help me out, this is what we call celebrating life. We celebrate by eating, drinking, and dancing. When the worst shit happens, I see you there. What will you wear? At the foot of the What will the band be playing? What will the people be singing? For the line, cause you're not afraid. I wanna put on my golden crown. I wanna lay my burden down. I'm moving up to the higher ground. At the foot of the Canal Street.